Breaking, Keir Starmer reveals, open borders plot as PM vows major immigration change. In an unprecedented political move that has sent shockwaves across the UK, Keir Starmer has unveiled plans that many are calling a betrayal of the British public's trust. The Labour leader's announcement of an open borders policy, coinciding with the Prime Minister's vow for major immigration reform, has ignited a fierce debate about the future of the nation. This is not just a policy discussion, it is a battle for the soul of Britain. Critics argue that Starmer's scheme represents a dramatic departure from the democratic will expressed during Brexit, a referendum that saw millions of voters demand stricter immigration controls. The very term, open borders, evokes images of unchecked migration, leaving many to wonder, is this really what the British people voted for? The stakes couldn't be higher. This could mark a turning point in the nation's approach to immigration, fundamentally altering the social and economic landscape for generations to come. Supporters of the Labour leader claim this approach is progressive, yet many fear it signals a dangerous shift towards a system that prioritizes globalism over national sovereignty. The PM's response has been equally assertive, pledging to overhaul immigration policies in a way that aims to protect the interests of British citizens. This clash of ideologies, between a more inclusive society and one that prioritizes national integrity, sets the stage for a political struggle reminiscent of past conflicts, from the rise of the Brexit movement to the significant Labour-Tory battles of the 20th century. Political figures have weighed in with strong opinions. Analysts warn that these proposed changes could lead to significant demographic shifts, raising concerns about the ability of public services to cope with an influx of new residents. The country stands at a crossroads, one prominent commentator stated, reflecting the anxiety many feel about the potential implications of such radical changes. Are we prepared for a new era of influence that prioritizes open borders at the expense of community cohesion and public safety? Moreover, historical precedents further complicate the narrative. Remember the chaos that ensued post-Brexit, when the country grappled with the realities of immigration policies that were not only politically charged but also deeply personal for millions of families. The potential for unrest looms large. Critics argue that Starmer's plans are not just impractical, they are a blatant disregard for the voices of those who have long felt sidelined in this debate. As public sentiment continues to simmer, the Labour Party risks alienating its base. Many traditional Labour supporters, who once championed the party's progressive values, now feel betrayed by a leadership that seems to prioritize ideology over constituents' concerns. The British people will not forgive, says one former party member, encapsulating the growing discontent among voters who fear their needs are being overlooked in favor of a political experiment. This development is not merely a political maneuver. It is a decisive moment in a larger narrative of identity and belonging in the UK. The implications for the working class, who have borne the brunt of economic changes over the last decade, cannot be ignored. As the government grapples with these issues, the question remains, who will truly benefit from these proposed changes? Will it be the ordinary citizen, or will it serve the interests of powerful elites advocating for a more globalized agenda? As tensions rise and the public discourse intensifies, it is imperative for citizens to stay informed and engaged. The struggle over immigration policy is not just a political battle, it is a fight for the future of the nation. The outcomes of these discussions will shape the cultural and economic fabric of Britain for years to come. In this moment of political upheaval, we must not remain passive observers. The power lies with the people, and the call to action is clear. Join the conversation, voice your concerns, and stand up for what you believe in. Like, subscribe, and become part of a growing movement that seeks to hold our leaders accountable. The fight for Britain's future is just beginning, and every voice counts. Together, we can ensure that our collective will is reflected in the policies that govern our lives.